Good, good morning, guys. We're going on a walk. If you want to come join me. Hey, guys. I see a, I see a light. God, I see a person coming behind me. Hey, Ian. It's just now 8 o'clock in the morning here. A little bit past. So, so good afternoon to Ian. And here we go. We're gonna go on our little nature walk I said I was gonna take y'all on. And there, man, let's see if we can get that to where it's not so blurry. There we go. Morning, Eggs. There's the Swanee River Trail. It's 1.4 miles. And we're going to go for a walk on that trail. It may buffer some, guys. I'm sorry. This is way out in the middle of nowhere, so looks like they just cleaned up the trail some too. New limbs and stuff cut down and things. And I got pretty live oak. This is something I love about these trees up here. You get these little ferns growing on them all over the place. See that? It's called resurrection fern. When it's dry and all, that fern will look dead on that tree. As soon as it rains, it comes to life and looks pretty and green like that. It's a really neat fern. There's a gooseberry tree. Berries on that tree are good eating when they come out. It'll be next month before they come out. So there's magnolia. Good morning, Taylin. We're going on a little nature walk I said I was going to. Oh, I love gooseberry, especially in a pie. I love gooseberry pie. And they also call that a lot of people call that dragonwood. The reason they call it dragonwood, when it dries, that stuff is damn near impossible to break, and makes great walking sticks. Look at this. To me, that's gorgeous up in there. Look at that. There's all sorts of trees. Hey, the river's just right over there. You can see it right just barely through the brush and all. There she is. There's the river. Bunch of gooseberries and bunch of magnolias right here on this section of the river. I would have never thought that. That's awesome. Yes, this is a 1.4 mile walking trail, Tay. It's called the Swanee River Walking Trail. There's one of our palm trees. One of the palm trees. I just decided I've never walked this trail. I've lived here in this section of the river for almost 2 years. What's that, Tay? You bought a woodleaf? It's raining here. Oh, wow. I'm glad it finally quit raining here, giving us a break. You know, I'm glad of that. Yeah, it's still pretty cool right here, right now. That's why I decided to go for a walk. Now, the snake, where? I missed it. I don't worry too much about snakes. But good morning, Flo. How are you? If there's a fish up here, then I'd worry, Ian. You see all this brush and stuff down. And if you notice, most of it's like broke off and stuff like that piece right there. It's all broke off. That's because, ran into a spider web though. But the reason they're all broke off and all like that is, we had a hurricane come up through here last year. I didn't show you the spider tay. You want to see a beautiful sight? Look at that. To me, that is just real pretty how the way the sun filters down through there and all that. I think that's just gorgeous the way that is. You're working, Flo, bro? That sucks. Yeah, that's gonna be what I call you from now on, is Flo, bro. See here. Ah, bay. There's some bay trees. Hi, Steve 911. Oh, I better not stop long. Wow. I was showing y'all them bay trees, but down in here where I'm at, ooh wee, the skeeters are bad. So I can't stop long. Gotta keep on moving. Oh, there's a hickory tree. Oh, there it is. Old hickory tree right there. Tall tree. Yeah, Steve, I decided I would go ahead and do my nature walk this morning while it's still somewhat cool. I might regret it if these skeeters don't keep trying to eat me up. I know about swamps eggs. I've been living in Florida now for almost 22 years now. Oh yeah, you ain't kidding, Steve. Especially down here in Florida. You ain't kidding. So far, I've showed you all two things that you can eat out, or three things that you can eat out here. The gooseberries. I showed you the bay. The bay is good for seasoning and things like that. And the heart of the palm tree back there you can eat. And they sell that stuff in restaurants and stuff, and it's real expensive, you know. So, and I can get it free out of the woods, which I think is hilarious. There's not too many chestnut trees here in Florida. As a matter of fact, there aren't too many chestnuts left in the United States, to tell you the truth. There was a disease that hit the chestnuts here in the United States that damn near killed all of them in the United States. If you find one, Anywhere in the United States, you're lucky. But down south, they don't like the cooler weather or the hotter weather. They like the cooler weather, so. I tell you what, eggs. If Flo smacks you upside the head, I'll laugh. Look at that pretty magnolia. That is one pretty magnolia tree. I wish they were blooming right now. Unfortunately, they quit blooming about a month ago or so, and you can't. They ain't pretty. Yep. No one ignores Tay. Nope. Nope. Can't do it. You know, I might come out here one day. I'll spray down with some moss and just sit out here and let the nature come to me really good. So, and then start, no, I didn't mark that. The Game and Fish marked that out here. So, see, this is in the wintertime, they hunt out here. And people need to know where they are going to hunt. That's what all them red dots you've been seeing are. I'm just glad. Look at this big old sinkhole. Ooh, looky there. See that? See that ground all tore up right there? There's been some hogs out here. But look at that sinkhole. Walking to a sinkhole. See that, guy? This thing drops down almost 20 foot in the ground. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was there. Like I said, I've been living out here for almost 2 years at this river. And I ain't never walked this trail. See them gnarly things on that tree like that? See how it's all gnarled up? Alright, that's funny. But them little gnarl things right there, them are made by wasps laying eggs in the tree. And the tree tries to grow over them and things like that, and the wasp takes almost 3 years to hatch out. So that's why that tree gets those things. And the wasp will keep coming back and laying eggs all the time right in that same spot as long as it's alive. Wow. There's a well-used trail right there, sort of rooted up. You can see the hog, if you look good, like right there, there's hog print. So there's been a lot of hogs right in this area. So I gotta keep my eyeballs out. Another big hog rooting. Who, me, Flo? No, actually I don't. I don't worry about the rain unless it's cold, and then I just look for a place to get out of it until it passes, if it's cold. But as you know, most Florida rain ain't that cold, so. That sounds like something maybe Tay might do, but I ain't gonna wear no bikini. I ain't worn a bikini ever in my life. You out of it, Tay. You know we love you, Tay. Ooh, there goes a big hawk. Dang it, I missed getting to show him to you. That was a big hawk too. Just I can adjust your focus. Right now, hunting is not allowed on the wildlife management area. And then when you do get if you do get a chance to hunt on this particular wildlife management area, you have to have a special permit drawn out of a lottery to get to come here, because it's actually a fairly small wildlife management area. Okay, there, that was a big limb that came down during last year's hurricane. One of them big old trees. It's hard to believe what that hurricane did back up in here. Wow. Wow. There you guys go. Look. That is so pretty up through there. Just woods, woods, and more woods. It's beautiful to me. Some more bay. That's bay leaf. It's a bay leaf can be used for cooking. You know, the Native Americans used it for other things back in the day. Man, there's a lot of hog sign around here. And armadillo. Armadillos have been right through here too. They say armadillo's good eating. I wouldn't know. I ain't never ate an armadillo in my life. I just ain't brought myself to want to eat a rat on a half shell. There was a 1,200-pound hog shot up in Georgia, and it was a wild hog. It had gone wild, and but it got up to 1,200 pounds, and they called it Hogzilla. I have adjust your focus. I've gone hunting for wild hog, but the biggest one I've ever shot is about 150, 200 pounds, because that's about the best eating hog there is when it comes to wild hog. You don't want something bigger than that. It gets pretty nasty and gamey tasting after that. Wow, look at that old snag. That old snag been tore up by the woodpeckers out here. You see where the woodpeckers have just tore that thing all up. That, 'cause, 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 Look at that. Hogs have been out here just tearing it up. Look at that. Went around the bay tree at least. Hadn't hurt it. This whole patch right here is just tore up from hogs. But yeah, I know I do. I wished I had one. Oh, I'm sure they're coming, eggs. They have become a bad nuisance lately. But I still don't like to shoot them all the time for the simple fact, if the world comes to shit and all, look at that. That's a hurricane down tree right there. But if the world comes to shit and all, at least we'll have a food source. You know, that's why I would never do what the government's trying to do right now, and that's just eradicate everything. And when it comes to wild hogs, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't care if I had a yard and they tore it all to hell and back. So, but that's me. But yeah, I wished I had a still camera, just so I could take pictures like that. See you later, Ian. You try to have a good morning, bro. Yeah, I know work comes first. You know that. That's for sure. Wow. Talk about blowing down a tree. That one got uprooted and blown down. Wow. That was a big tree, too. Look at that. Tore up that other tree's limbs and everything when it fell. Yeah, that's the way to do it, Steve. Take what you need. It don't matter if it don't matter. If you're hunting, only take what you need. Don't ever overkill. But because a lot of people are so dumb that they do that anyway, and then don't think about the long-term consequences that may come of it. I talked to a lady here in Florida that before she passed away and all, she was an older lady, and she told me about when she was a kid and all, and during the Depression, back in the 1920s or whenever that was, you know, and she told me about how the people around here, the only thing that kept them live was the mullet runs that come out of the, okay, go ahead, Tay. And we'll see you in just a few. The mullet runs is what kept the people alive around here. Because all the deer, everything was almost hunted to extinction on land. They said you would have to travel sometimes as far as 60 and 70 miles just to find a squirrel, much less a deer or a hog or anything else like that to eat. So, good morning, Jen T. How are you? I decided to go ahead and do my nature walk now while it's a little bit cooler. You know? So, I've never walked, you know, it's funny, like I said, 2 years I've been out here on this, out here close to this river. I ain't never walked this. Ooh, looky there, a deer track. See that right there? See if I can get my hand in the shot. There it is. See that deer track? That was a nice deer that went through there, and that was this morning. I might have scared her off by talking. I can't believe the number of bay trees that are out here. There are a lot of bay trees. This is awesome. Bay and hickory. There's some hickory nuts, you know. But the pigs and deer love hickory nuts. I'll tell you that now. You wait until winter time, you find a spot like that, you'll find some hog and deer. There's a bay tree. I'm wondering if this thing goes up on the hill or just stays out here in the swamp. Because if it'll go up on the hill some, you'll see different types of plants than what's down here. No. Well, that blocked the path, the walking path. All that crap did. Had to walk around it. That just recently fell. They haven't got out here and fixed it yet. We had some pretty good little gusts of wind when the tropical storm came through the other day, you know, so. I love these little hammocks like this where the undergrowth is up a little bit higher, you know. You can see quite a ways up in here, where most of it you can't see very far. That's the one thing about Florida. See, Florida has, according to the wildlife magazines that I've read and the wildlife articles and stuff like that, Florida has the second largest deer herd in the United States. But it's hard to see them because now you see why. It's such a dense undergrowth. A deer takes one step and it's disappeared. You can walk by a deer and not even see it. That's why so very few people even get a chance to shoot a deer here in Florida. So if you see someone getting a decent buck, they did good. The first largest is in Texas, and then it's Pennsylvania. Texas has a little over 2 million deer in 3 counties in Texas. Pennsylvania now, they got a little over 1 million deer, and yeah, Illinois is actually in the top 10. Adjust your focus. Illinois has a very good deer population, and some pretty deer, I might add too. I have hunted in Illinois before and I shot a real nice 8-point, and I mean the Swanee River flow. The Swanee River. Well, I'm glad you like Illinois. Illinois is too flat for my liking. It gets way too flat and not enough trees. So when it comes to winter time, it gets too cold up there for me. If I could go there in the summer and just live there in the summer and then go back and forth like from there to Florida. Yeah, timbers, yep. Sure do. Oh wow, look at that. I'm sorry if I'm moving this phone around too fast. It gets a blurry picture on you. I'm trying not to. That was one of the very few constructive criticism, there's the word I was looking for, that I've gotten. The Hitchcock is in Old Town, Florida. Flo. Look at that. That tree's been dead for a while. And they cut it to get it out of the path. And look at that. It's still wet on the inside. That's a live oak. Live oaks do that. And it takes sometimes 4 years for a live oak to dry out after it's been fallen or cut down. They're so full of water. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? Just pretty right through there. I love these woods out here. I tell you, you know, I'm running from the mosquitoes right now. There's a thing called, they call it a weed around here. But most things that are good for helping you out in the wild, they've gotten to the point of calling them a weed. And it's called pennyroyal. Pennyroyal, you crush that up or you put it in a thing of vinegar, or not vinegar, excuse me, not vinegar, alcohol. You put it in a thing of alcohol, and pennyroyal will keep the bugs off you. Okay, Flo, that sounds good. Yeah, when I was up in Missouri, adjust your focus, you could get the deer to come up to you. I mean, you could almost reach out and pet them, you know. There was one park, the deer you could hand feed at. It was called Merrimack Springs State Park in St. James, Missouri. And the deer would just come up and actually literally eat out of your hand. They were so tame. So I know what you're talking about on that. It's really awesome. Little bays and all that. Broom sage. You see that? That's the stuff they used to make brooms out of. Right there, that broom sage. They would find big patches of it back in the day, and then they'd do something with it. Oh, okay. Swanee River Trail or Maple Loop. You can hike either direction. Well, I'm going to go to the Maple Loop today and see what that's about. I wonder if there's any maple trees on there. Right. Yeah, I grew up in, that's where I grew up. Was there in on the Merrimack River, and then the Merrimack Springs. We used to go trout fishing there all the time. So yeah, that's where I was born and raised, in Sullivan, Missouri. The Merrimack River's what got me to where I wanted to live on a boat. Yeah. That's what I was saying. I wasn't too far from Illinois. I actually lived in Illinois just across from Sikeston, Missouri, in southern Illinois. In southern Illinois, there, I can't remember the name of that little town, but I actually lived there and I hunted there for a while. I must have. It was close to Sparta. It was only like a town of a population of about like 100. So it wasn't really even a town. It was a spot in the road they decided to build a few houses. Anna, that's it. And then I also lived in Rosebud, Illinois for a while. Rosebud ain't even on the map anymore unless they decided to rebuild it. But back in 1993, when them floods came through, yeah, small world, ain't it? Very small world after all. My hand's getting tired. I need to get one of them damn things that Furry and the other guys have. Looks like that would keep your hand from. It's all right, Genty. We're just still a walking. I ain't going very fast. Oh. But yeah, that thing that Furry and them have looks like it'd keep your arm from getting so tired and all that. Get out of the way, Spider. Spider's trying to block my path down through here. These nature trails out here, which is a shame. It really is, because it's beautiful out here from what I'm seeing. They are not used much. They are not hiked much. And you can tell the use is very limited out here, because spiders and all the little bugs are trying to get in the paths and things like that. Oh wow, look at the size. Oh, it's beautiful out here. You ain't kidding, Genty. The only big thing is when you get off that when you get off the river and start getting back here in these woods, it look at the size of that tree. It was hollow. That thing was hollow as could be, and fell over. Probably in that last hurricane we had. Adjust your focus? I have no idea. It's funny, I got up in town and I found 3 dead spots up in town. Out here so far I've got signal completely fine. Go figure. I have no idea why I have. I mean, I'm out here in the middle of BFE, I'm telling you. The nearest civilization to me would be across the river, which is now about a half mile back, a half mile straight across. If I just turned left, I could go straight to the river. But still, that's a half mile to the river, and then you'd have to cross the river and go probably about another quarter of a mile. So that's the closest people around, and I'm out here in the middle of BFE and got pretty good signal. Go figure. It's weird. Look at this. Ain't this pretty? Sitting here, it's all canopied over right here. It's just beautiful. Hear the birds? I hope y'all can hear them birds. I got to get moving. Wow, I had a cloud of skeeters tried to swarm my ass just then. Oh, cool. Looky there. I got a hitchhiker on my foot. If I can get him. If my damn phone don't want to show him. There we go. Maybe that might. There he is. See that? Granddaddy Longlegs hiking on my foot with me. I thought that was pretty neat. I swiped him off. I have seen quite a few snakes, but especially on the river, snakes are really common out there on the river. Uh-oh. That's a hitchhiker I don't want, though. Had a tick on me. Don't want no tick. Don't care about the granddaddy longlegs, but I do care about them. But, yeah, yeah, I was hoping you all heard them birds. It sounds so pretty. Oh, wow, there's a bench right out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, looky here. Here's a sinkhole. Big sinkhole. That's bigger than the first one I showed you. Look at that. Big old sinkhole right there, just falling in right there. Oh, look at that. It's got a mud. It's got some hogs, too. I don't blame you, Genty, if it's cold. Oh, wow, look at this. I just found a hog hunting. Hey, Alzheimer's sucks. Yeah, this is hog hunting heaven right here. You can see where the hogs have been down in here, and all. You can see it right here. There's their footprints that dig up. But look at this. That's a hog waller. That's where the hogs come down here, getting that mud and waller it out and get mud all over them, so these skeeters that are trying to eat me alive don't eat them alive. Hogs ain't dumb. And what I think's funny is right there at this hog waller, in this management area people can hunt hogs in during the winter. They have a bench just right there from it. So that's sort of cool to me. Yeah, I tried to explain what I try to explain what I'm showing and all when I show it, so everybody knows, so they don't have to wonder, oh, what's a hog waller, or things like that, you know. Anybody willing to come to Florida and check me for ticks? Remember that old song, that country song that came out not too long ago? I want to check you for ticks. I done pulled 3 of them off me. I can't believe that the ticks are that bad out here this year. Steve asked me a question. I missed Steve's question. Steve, I am unfortunately in a closed wildlife management area. Unless I had a fishing pole in my hand, I would not be able to have a gun in my hand. The open carry laws only pertain to when you have the right to hunt or when you're going to and from fishing, and that's how you get your Second Amendment rights around here. Now, if I had a fishing pole in my hand, I could wear a gun and be legal out here because I'd just tell them going fishing. But as far as a closed management area goes, that's the only way you can do it unless you're hunting out in it. So. There you go. Eggs is right. I seen a guy pushing that envelope pretty bad. He dang near got arrested. Instead, they came to a compromise. The guy did with the police officer. He was coming home from fishing, which was true, but he stopped at the Walmart. And the Walmart called on him for having a gun on his side and walking in and all. Well, the police department didn't. That policeman was actually pretty cool, and he seemed to be pretty well pro Second Amendment. And he just asked the guy really nicely, so the management of the store would just chill out and quit calling. And before they do get a police officer out there that isn't Second Amendment, he also said that if he would please just put the gun in the car, and everybody will be happy, and you might not have to. He said, if you get someone out here that's not pro Second Amendment, you may go to jail. I don't want to take you to jail for your Second Amendment right. That's what the police officer said. And so he came to the agreement and went ahead and just put his gun in the car. But that was also pushing the envelope, you know, on that particular law. Yes, I will climb a tree quickly. I have climbed trees before or after wild hogs coming after my ass. And believe me, you'd be surprised how fast I can run when it comes down to my life like that. I ain't afraid of a man, but beasts, I am, especially when I have no way to end their life. That was funny, Jen. Yeah, you have to do the run, Forrest, run thing. You ain't kidding. Wow. I'm enjoying this walk, guys, and I appreciate y'all coming to my stream this morning. I waited till 8 or so. Also, I would have probably done this a little bit earlier, but I wanted to wait till 8 or so to make sure pot wasn't coming on. I hate jumping over any one of y'all's streams like I did China's last night. I felt so bad about that I jumped over China's stream. I love China to death, and but she understood, which was cool. And I got to go back and watch the replay of her live stream at least. All right, where'd my path go? Oh, there it is. Got tree limbs and stuff falling. That tree just recently fell. Right there. That tree just recently fell. Look at that. There's still a lot of green there on that tree. Wow. Yeah, I didn't get the, oh, I jumped over China, so okay. Yeah, I didn't get China's thing either, and I'm still sub to her. You know, everybody keeps saying that they're losing their subs and having to resub the people that they sub to. But I didn't even lose her. She's still on the ones that I have subbed, and so I don't know. Okay, okay, Tay. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, wow. The first armadillo I ever seen, a dog had it. And it, believe it or not, an armadillo, when it's threatened, will roll up into a ball. And I mean, it's pretty cool to see. And that dog had it trying to get it to unroll and all. And that armadillo would not unroll for nothing. I thought it was funny. I didn't get to see Boomer's face, so all I saw was her feet. She said she don't like to show her face. So sorry guys, yeah, armadillos will do that. They'll hop and as a matter of fact, a friend of mine killed an armadillo with his car, and what had happened, that armadillo literally busted out his headlight. Oh, okay, Alzheimer's, cool. I'll check that out then. But yeah, that armadillo jumped up so high it actually busted out the headlight in his car. So they jump a lot. I see I don't normally do Facebook, Tay. It's not my favorite thing. I just seen one of the. Now I'm walking beside the road to out here, not the main road, but a dirt road. It looks like this trail's going to end up there at that dirt road. Damn. Didn't get to show you much in the way of stuff to eat. You know, I'm sorry about that. I only showed you 3 things, but at least you'd survive anyway if you got out here in these woods. And then of course the fish and all. There's my fucking Okay, here we go. We're out here on one of the roads here. I don't know what road we're on, but we're on one of the roads that go through there. Yeah, all right, no problem, Alzheimer's. You have a good day. Here we go. There's the Maple Trail. We just went 1.6 miles is what we did. And here's a little parking area for it. Oh wow, they got little brochures up here even for it. See what we got here. Andrews Wildlife. Got that down there. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see what they got to show. From this Cossack, you can explore a variety of loop trails through Andrews, richly forested hardwood hammocks. Along the way, you can view and photograph deer and turkey from the viewing blind and observation towers. Check out some of the sinkholes characteristics of this area. Listen for resident owls, woodpeckers, and a host of songbirds. And they're right on tons of songbirds and all, and owls out here. One of these days I'll spray down with some bug repellent and all. and I'll let y'all see listen to the owls out here. Last night they got to going at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and boy, were they going. This is Dick Sloth Road. Or actually not Sloth, Slough. Dick Slough Road. Excuse me. I still ain't done walking. We're going to go for a little more of a walk. I ain't back to the river yet, so y'all going to hang around. We're going back towards the river, you know. Oh, wow, there's another trail over here. There's the Persimmon Loop Trail, 1 mile. We're going to walk the road, though, right now. And see what we can see out here on this road. We might run into some game wardens or whatever. What we doing when we get to the river? I'll probably be getting ready to go into town. Unfortunately, my thing for charging on the boat went to shit on me. Oh wow, there's deer print all over the place right here. I'm talking little deer, big deer, you name it right through here. Oh, okay, I see why. They got it planted for their food. That's awesome. They got a little, see the corn and things like that? There's corn just coming up and things. But yeah, I got to go get a new charger so I can charge my phones up on the boat. Well, not my phones, my one phone and its 2 batteries. Because that charger went bad on me. I'll be walking up there too, so we'll probably, I don't know if I'm going to be running a live stream, but if I do jump on live, just be ready. If I do jump on live, that means I seen a police officer doing a cop watch or something. So. Hear them birds. Yeah, they yeah, down here in Florida, they put out little food plots here and there to feed the deer and the turkey and things like that when it's not hunting season. You know, so we're in Zone C, and there's Zone D. Okay, well, Zone C is on my right, and Zone D is on my left. All looks like good hunting area. There's some cabbage palm. You can take that and you can cut the heart out of it and eat it. It's actually really good. It tastes a lot like cabbage. Yeah, I don't use a feeder or anything like that. If I ever do anything, it's a food plot that I planted. Deer, it flows right. They get very dependent on that dang feeder. And the bad part about, like, especially if you're throwing out corn has no nutritional value. That sounds great to me, Steve. I'd love to go. And eventually, I will be going over to Texas. I want to visit y'all over there. You in Texas, you people in Texas are pretty cool, awesome people that I've seen so far. So I want to visit y'all one day. So I hope I get to. And me and Flo are talking about trying to get together and chill out for one night. So hopefully that'll happen soon. Oh, I just chased that deer off. Look at that. Look at them fresh deer tracks. That deer heard me coming down the road and took off running. Right there. See that? All fresh deer track right there. Right there. I didn't mean to scare that deer, but wished I would have seen that deer. That deer's probably watching me walk down the road right now because it darted off over in the woods over there and it's real thick underbrush. That deer's probably watching me, looking at me, so like, is it coming after me or what? Yeah, that deer was moving fast. He was hauling ass. I was sort of hoping to see some stuff, but it seems like we might actually have some weather coming in. So the deer and stuff are just now feeding. You can tell pretty much what's gonna go happen when deer are feeding and everything like this time of the day. Yeah, it's probably gonna start raining soon. What is this up here? Hey, I just found something, guys. Oh, I found a wildlife viewing blind. See? That's what it says. It's a wildlife viewing blind. Let's go check that out, see what that's all about. I ain't never seen or heard of one of those. Yeah, I know I am. It sucks. Oh, it's beautiful trails for mountain biking, Flo. I'll tell you that now. This place is freaking awesome. And, you're seeing something that I haven't seen also. You're seeing it with me. It says, approaching wildlife viewing blind, please be quiet. I failed that test. But yeah, I've never seen this place before myself, and I don't know. So, but I'm learning. Yeah, the sign says STFU. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I tell you, I've seen some big deer here in Florida though, and in North Florida and South Georgia. I've seen them as much as 152 pounds field dressed. But them are deer that are coming off the plantations and things like that plant corn and plant soybeans and plant everything else like that. So the deer get pretty big around those. I got a little bird box. See, a little birdhouse here at the viewing area. It says you might see something. You might see something wild here. Come inside and take a seat. Keep your eyes open. You may see a gopher tortoise, a deer, turkey, and many other birds that visit this clearing, where they can feed on oak and hickory nuts and fruits of cedar, palmetto berries, and black cherries. A sunny field is kept open by mowing to attract native wildlife. Forest clearings like this are naturally created from time to time by storm and winds. Florida's landscape is heavily fragmented by human activity, so the true rarity is the unbroken forest on Andrews. Silence and patience will improve your chances of seeing wildlife. Many species are most active in the early mornings and late afternoons. Each season brings different viewing opportunities. And then it shows a picture of a white-tailed deer, juvenile feral hogs, and a picture of a gopher tortoise. Yeah, they didn't only clear this. You could tell they also. Oh, there's a deer. There's a deer, guys. There's a deer. See if I can get in on her. Come on, you stupid phone. Come on. Why ain't you doing it? Oh, you can't see her. You guys can't see her. There's a deer just down the way. You can barely see her. She just crossed. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, friend. She just crossed the road. Darn it. But there was a deer there. Wow. And I was talking loud, guys. And I got to see a deer. That was fucking awesome. But she moved off pretty quick when she realized that she saw me moving to try to get her picture. But unfortunately, I couldn't zoom on her. Oh, cool. I'm glad you got to see it. That was too cool, man. And there's a gopher tortoise mound. You see that mound of dirt right there? Oh, good. I'm glad you all got to see it. See that mound of dirt right there? That's a gopher tortoise mound. It's where the gopher tortoise digs into the ground and digs out the dirt, and he burrows under the ground. I'm glad you all got to see that deer. That was too cool. I was not expecting to see anything as loudmouth as I am. Wow, so we got to see some nature, guys. We got to see some nature. I'm going to walk on down the trail and see what else we might find. Hey here. Spur to Persimmon Loop, 0.12 miles. I'll get there, right? Eventually. Oh, that was too awesome. We got to see a deer, guys. Now, if I could see a turkey, I'd be in heaven. And here you all were telling me I was talking too loud. No, that was a... See, you could tell they didn't only clear that spot so wildlife would come to it. They planted that spot. You could see that. It had other stuff growing there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find us a turkey. I ain't gonna guarantee if I do or not. I know there's turkeys around here. I heard them gobbling this spring when getting ready to mate and all. So. No, sorry, Flo. I just seen it. No, I do not have power running to my boat as far as electric power. Like what you have in your house, the AC, I think it's called. I only got DC power for batteries. That's all I have is DC power. So, so if I want like power for my house or whatever, I have to. I have to. Yeah, I need to get a generator. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Tay, I need to get a generator, or I need to go into town. Oh dang! Too bad that died. But looky there, that's the body of a Luna moth. Um, she probably laid her eggs, which is good. She was big enough, it looks like, to lay her eggs. But them are a beautiful moth right there. That's something you don't see, just the wings and the body. Uh, Normally they crush up and blow away pretty quick. Yes, they are huge. I've had them because I got lights on the outside of my boat. I've had them come down and hit me right dead in the face while I was fishing off the back of my boat before. So that'll wake you up, and that'll wake you up when it's a slow night of fishing. Good morning, Denise. You just missed the deer. We got to see a deer, Denise, on this little nature walk. Uh, Too bad you missed that. Hey, Denise, welcome, welcome. But yeah, Flo, this would be a great place to come bring some mountain bikes and come mountain biking and everything else. I have never been out here in this management area much, so y'all are getting to see what I'm seeing for the first time also. And as you can tell, it's a beautiful place to be. Hi, Lady Bird. How are you, Lady Bird? Y'all came in at the wrong time. You missed seeing the deer. I thought I saw a wild hog up there at first, but it wasn't. It was a stump. Well, there goes a hawk. I just seen a big hawk. Too bad I couldn't have got that on there for you. Probably. You're right. But see, here's a planted field of grass and stuff like that, and it's all grass that will live through the winter. So the deer will have a little bit of something to eat during the winter and things like that. That's what that field is. It's all blue bahia is what it's called. I'm surprised I ain't seen no snakes crawling across the road or nothing, or these paths that path I walked on, because normally you'll see a snake out here. See all them leaves rooted up from the hogs? Yeah, or a turtle. I'm surprised we ain't seen a gopher tortoise. I saw the mound of one, but I'm surprised it wasn't out eating somewhere. One of these days I might take you on that 5-mile walk when the wall gets down, going down through well, not too many crocs. We might actually get to see an alligator, but not too many crocs here. I'd have to get a little bit closer to the water so y'all can see an alligator, but you might get to. I'm looking at all these deer print. There are deer print everywhere around here. Oh my gosh. Oh, and there was a hog print. There you go, guys. Maybe I did see a hog just a few seconds ago. That's a hog print right there. So, and this was about where I thought I saw the hog. So I might have seen a hog. Now teach me to think I was seeing things. Yeah, over there where you're at, yeah, you got them long nosed crocs over there. Them things are pretty wicked looking crocodiles. I hear people working down the direction I'm going, so who knows, we might run into some game and fish and see what they're doing. Wow, they got it rocked up to here. Wow. They cost a small fortune. Yeah, I really don't want the hogs coming in. You're right. And that's sort of why I'm also keeping on the move a little bit. The hogs ain't fun. They could be not so fun without a gun or a pistol or something to get them with. There's more cabbage palms and palmettos. Breeze. A little bit of a breeze. It's nice to get a little bit of a breeze. Yeah, more gooseberries and more bees, you know. You know, the acorns, when they drop out of these trees, you could collect them up and de-shell them and then mash them up real good, and you can make bread out of the acorn. It makes a great flat bread, but it's still good. It's really good for eating. I've eaten it before. You never can tell what you're gonna find when you're out here in these woods. I love being out here in the woods, though. My favorite part of life right here. Normally you don't have to worry about a lot of them problems and big problems that happen out in them big cities and stuff. So this is like my sanctuary right here. It's just enjoying the hell out of this right here. Yeah, it's something you don't see too much of right there, people, here in Florida, is rock. So they brought in tons and tons of rock to rock this road right up here. That's something you don't normally get to see. Well, I tell you what, them hogs have just been tearing it up all alongside this road right here. I mean, just tearing it up. Oop. Accidentally hit something I shouldn't have hit, I think. Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, this is awesome right here to me. I enjoy it. This is life. I grew up out in nature. My nearest neighbors when I was growing up were 4 miles from me. And I had a lot of woods to run and play in, you know. That's what I know. We went camping all the time on the river, things like that. That's what I know. So, yeah, I love it. You're right. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying this, Jen. I know I am. I'm glad y'all came to see what was going on, what I was doing. But yeah, this is how I like. A lot A lot of people don't know and understand this way of life, unfortunately. If they did, and just took a month, out of their life and come to the woods and live in the woods, actually live in the woods for a month, they'll never want to go back to the city, I'm sure. Once they figure out you can actually survive without all them modern conveniences, you know. So there's another trail. Let's see what this is. Turkey Track is what that one's name. Okay, you got Turkey Track. And it goes on out in them woods quite a ways out through there. Yep, that was me. I would come home, no shoes, and just chill out, and Mom would be like, "Where the hell's your shoes?" "Oh, they're out the front door." She's like, "At least you didn't leave them in the woods this time." I've left my shoes in the woods when I was a kid. Used to make my mom all upset. Well, up north, I wouldn't blame you wanting to camp all summer long. Man, it gets pretty up there up north. You know, and it ain't as hot as it is here. God dang it. Great. Yeah. Yeah, I've done that too, just getting in them creeks, going fishing, leave them in the mud and things like that. I have done that myself, so don't feel bad there. But I love how they left these trees to where it made a canopy over the top of the road here, instead of cutting them back to where if they fell, they wouldn't fall on the road or whatever. I think these canopies are just beautiful where they just come completely over the road so you drive under it. Didn't realize I walked this far back from the river. It might be just the way the road meanders down through here too. Being armed. Oh, now that ain't good. Damn yellow fly. I hope I don't run into a bunch of those today. Yellow flies will eat you up quick, and you can't move fast enough to get away from them like in skeeters. You have to swat them and kill them. Look how thick that undergrowth is. Look at that. The undergrowth is thick. You can't see nothing past there. Yeah, well, yellow fly, the yellow fly is because it's a yellow body. but it's like a small horsefly, and it will bite the shit out of you. And it hurts when they bite. Oh, I do too. Biting flies suck. They hurt when they bite. We got a couple different types of biting flies down here too. We got horse flies, yellow flies, and then we got the black deer fly. And a black deer fly looks like just a normal old house fly, but by God, when it bites you, you know it ain't a house fly. It hurts. It'll draw blood when it bites. I'm going to take a left up here. I see a road to the left. We're going to take a left. So we'll walk back the same direction we came from. If this is River Loop, then I'll head right back to the river. And I think this is River Loop Road right here. I may be wrong, but I think it is. There's another sinkhole. Yeah, I love them birds. They are loud though. I love it. You know, that type of bird is called a warbler. Picnic area and boardwalk. This way. Yeah, citrus is pretty good for repelling flies, yes. They, as a matter of fact, they make a lemon eucalyptus that I have a bottle of that is very good for repelling the flies. And I wished I would have been smart enough to go ahead and get it, but I wasn't smart enough to get it. I left it on the boat and didn't grab it. You know, some of the dumb mistakes that you make when you get in a hurry to try to do something. Wow. It's a pretty road too. See what this is right here. There's a old gate blocking everybody off right over here. Yeah, I think I'm coming back up on the river finally. Sort of looks like it from here. Road closed to vehicles. Do not obstruct roads, gates, or fire lines. All right, Eggs, you have a good day. Yeah, Florida does have some major insects. You ain't kidding on that. But yep, we're getting close to the river. I can smell it. You can also smell fresh cut grass too. Guess what? We're back to where we started, I believe. If I'm looking right, I may be wrong. It might be a little bit further down the river from here. But we'll find out in just a bit. Oh, there's people working down here. Ooh, we just found some game and fish people, I think. This could be fun. Go check up on them and see what the heck they're doing. Handicap accessible picnic area is what this is. That's pretty neat. Boardwalk's over to the right. And then you got other things here. Yeah, there's some game and fish. They're cleaning up the park, it looks like. Having a good time. Oh, I know where I am now, for sure. There's my buddy's sailboat across the river. Man, you got the best job in the world here. I said, you got one of the best jobs in the world here. Out here, I get to be out here in this nature and all. I just did the walk, you know, down there at the end of this road, there's where that takeout is. Mm-hmm. I came out there and I walked all that trail and then came down on Persimmon, I think it was.
Wow, you've been walking a long ways.
Oh yeah, and just recording what I'm saying. Got to see a deer at one of your little, got to see some deer up there and things.
Cool.
And
you got a boat down here at the dock?
Yeah, I got a little old, I got my little old John boat down there.
Okay.
So, and I just came out right there and I've been enjoying the walk. So my viewers, they've been enjoying the walk too. I've never walked this park. I've lived here almost 2.5 years and never walked out here. So I couldn't ask for anything better, right?
You might have a few tips you've taken home with you.
Well, I've already pulled off about 20 of them.
You probably got another 20 behind you.
Yep, you're probably right. You're probably right. I tell you, that deer was cool. Ain't seen no turkeys or tortoises yet. I was sort of hoping to see some of them. But
yeah, I would have thought you might have seen some turkeys. Tortoises, you know, they like a little different habitat.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit further up.
Sandier, higher.
Yeah, and the sand hills, yeah.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine.
We have that in our southeast corner.
Yeah, down in the southeast, yeah. A buddy of mine, he lives over there on the hill up there, and he's got 2 or 3 of them right around his house.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to video them one day, you know.
Cool. Well, good deal.
But you got the job I'd love to have. But it's nice meeting you, man. I'm Will. I stay out here on this river on a boat. So,
okay.
So you might see me in here some more.
I'm cleaning up.
Yeah, I tell you.
Down that way next, so I may pass you again.
You may. There you go. You try to have a good day, bud. Well, that game and fish guy was pretty cool. He didn't ask me for nothing or anything else. Pretty cool guy. It's nice to see him coming out here, cleaning up and doing things and keeping the park the way they're supposed to. Adjust your focus, that cracked me up, buddy. I don't know if you can all see that through there. It ain't showing up too good on the phone, I don't think. But that's a big blue sailboat. Well, actually, I was surprised. I mean, I did what they like to do. I snuck up on him, you know, they like to sneak up on you around here, like that DNR did on that guy in Black Label Stream. They like to do that around here, sneak up on you. So I turned the tables on him and sort of snuck up on him. Yeah. I noticed he jumped a little. He wasn't expecting to see me out here. Ah, now I understand why people ain't been driving down in there. They put a post in the go around. See, it has a sign that says road closed to all vehicles. Do not obstruct roads, gates, or fire lines. But if you look, people were driving around here, so they put a fence post in the way. I was wondering why people hadn't been driving down here. But eventually some redneck's gonna come down here and pull that out too. I'll guarantee it. They do it a lot. Oh, wow, this is new. Look at this, guys. Here's one of them old cypress sided houses they used to live in down here. Look at this. I mean, it's fallen down, but this is just too cool. You don't get to see this often. This is what they used to live in down here when they were doing the logging and stuff. If I can get my phone to do what I want it to do, it'll be great. I keep going too far on the zoom out. There we go. Let's see what it looks like on the, oh, look at these holly trees. Got holly trees here. I'm glad I noticed that. Them things hurt when they get you. But that's all cypress wood. Look at that. I know people would pay some big money for that wood. But I guarantee you can't do nothing with it because of it. This is a, okay, see the hole there? If I get it. That's where a fireplace used to be. And then a one little old light bulb socket. Houses were set up. These were for, these little houses out here are for the, that were out here. They used to log out here all the time, and logging, that's what they lived in. Oh wow, there's dead animal parts. See if I, there you go. I don't know what it is. I don't see the skull. If I seen the skull, I could tell you what it was. But it's some type of dead animal. Love to have seen the skull to that. See what it was. Yeah, you're right, adjust your focus. Snakes and critters do live there now. But yeah, I've been enjoying this walk with y'all guys. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm just as excited about this place as any of y'all are because I've never been through here. And wow, we're gonna do some more exploring in this place. Oh, looky there, look at them mushrooms. You don't want to eat them, but they're pretty to look at. Them are old toadstool mushrooms. But they are pretty, if you ask me. But if you ever notice, nature likes to tell you when she's going to hurt you. If you watch her, anything red or very bright colored in nature, not in what humans do, but in nature out here will tell you, hey, you don't want to mess with me because I will hurt you. So plants are actually very respectful, if you ask me. Yeah, that was bright, and that's what I said too. Here he comes. He didn't lie. There he is. He's coming on through. I want his job so bad. Oh my God. this job right here, well, that job he has right now would be the most awesome fucking job in the world. Get to be out here, you get to mow, you get to blow off stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, up north, a lot of the, but still, even them wild brown mushrooms, mushrooms ain't so respectful. Mushrooms can hurt you even if they're brown. So you got to learn about mushrooms and learn them well so they don't hurt you. I've known people to get sick when they thought they were getting the wild portobellos and things like that. They thought they found one and it was something else and made them real sick. It didn't kill them, just made them real sick. They had to go to the hospital, get their stomach pumped and everything. So you got to be careful with mushrooms. They're not so friendly. But most of the rest of the plants, I used to think that, but chose better calling. I tell you, up there, nothing bright, but most not edible. Oh, wow. Well, here in Florida, if it's red, you better not eat it. It will make you sick. And that's just the way it is here in Florida. And we got a lot of red berries and a lot of red whatever. A lot of people, yeah, that's the best way to eat mushrooms, Gen T. You're right. Oh, wow, there's another one of them little houses right up here, guys. See it? There's another one. They used to call these little houses cracker shacks. I didn't know all these little cracker shacks were around here. And this is just too cool. Oh, this is a fancy one. It had shingle siding. Wow. Wait until I get up to this. Yeah, just out in the middle of nowhere. See, they used to use these for, they used to log in this area a lot. And these were the houses that the people lived in that logged. Look how fancy this is. Look at the shingles on this house. It's all cypress shingles. Ain't that cool, guys? That's cypress shingles. It's still got a chair. Look at this. It's still got a old sitting wicker chair. Look at this. It's still got a toilet in it even. Oh, wow. Look at that. See, it's even got a toilet left in it and a tub left in it. Look at that. Got an electric plug in it, had a light there. And then you move around here, and this is the living room area. It used to have a wall right there to block that off, and you went around outside and got into the toilet and all that, and this was your living area. Look at this. This is just too cool. Look, this was a fancy one. It even had a double light thing in it. But look at this cypress wood. Look at how this cypress wood looks. I love this. Where the bugs and all that. See all that? Look at that. Ain't that freaking cool? That's a beautiful chunk of wood right there. And this whole door's made out of it. Look at that. This is just too damn awesome, guys. I'm excited to see this stuff. Old shingled house. Someone took their time on that one because you just don't normally see that type of work with a cracker house like that. Oh, there's a feather from one of our resident owls. Yeah, go potty. I ain't gotta go potty. Yeah, that shake shingles was real fancy. You don't get to see that. Most of them houses were just straight plank boards. They didn't do that. So, how did we ever die of tetanus, Tammy? Well, back in the day, there wasn't nothing to stop the infection that a rusty nail could give you. That's the biggest thing. They didn't even have penicillin back then. So they didn't have no way to stop the problems that it gave. Oh wow, here's one that fell down and it still had the refrigerator in it. Look at that. This one fell down completely and it still had a refrigerator in it. It's got an old outbuilding there. Another little old tin outbuilding over there it had. And it fell in too. Wow, this is just too cool right here, guys. I'm excited over this stuff. Uh-oh, he hit it. Oh, dang. He hit a damn stump or something down there. Yeah, it's the only problem about him working down here right now. You can't hear the birds or nothing. I barely hear them. I hear scarlet tanager somewhere. Too bad I can't find it. Well, we did about a 3.5 mile walk together. Yeah, Lizzie is a doggy, cute little puppy. She's got two cute little puppies. I love her puppies. It must be really cold up there, Jen T. Yeah, we just did about a 3-mile walk here together, guys. We're coming up. I started, and all. I'll be heading into town here shortly. If something comes up, .48 this morning. Ooh, that's chilly. That is real chilly. Yeah, I'm glad to see they're actually mowing this down in here. It was starting to get a little bit overgrown in this little spot here. But it's still a nice little spot. But yeah, guys, when I get down here to my boat, I'm gonna probably go ahead and cut the stream. Hold on, let me get down here closer to the boat so we don't have to hear that. No. I'll walk down here. Y'all get to see the neat little boat dock and stuff that's down here. There's a neat little boat dock here. And now we're back at the river, guys. I tell you what, there's some great fishing off this little boat dock here too. The fishing's insane right here. I've caught a lot of catfish just standing right here where I'm standing right now and casting out. So, but I'm getting ready to head in town. Okay, good, Genty. I can't wait. Hopefully I'll be up in town and charging my batteries by then and getting a good charge going, and I'll be able to watch you. And yeah, look at this. That water, the water is brown. It's because there's a thing in the water called tannic acid, and the tannic acid makes this brown. You can actually take a hide off an animal and throw it in this water here and leave it about a week. It'll actually tan the hide of the animal. A lot of people don't know that, but that's old school teachings there. Hi, Invictus. You missed a 3.5 mile walk already, bud. You're late. We got to see a deer. We got to listen to some nature and things like that. So it was. Let me turn this around. You've been out in nature then. Have you been cutting brush all morning? But yeah, we went for a 3.5 mile walk. Found a little nature observatory station. Yeah, you should. It's really nice. I tell you, I've never been in this park right here. And more Cajun Heat, you're late too. I've already been on almost 2 hours, guys. Believe it or not. I went walking around. We've been up in the wildlife management area. Yeah, now they come. No, thank you all for coming. I appreciate every one of y'all when you come to my streams. I really do. You make me a happy person to see that y'all are interested in some of the stuff I do. I mean, I feel like I'm just a nobody too. You know, I mean, I'm just a person out here doing what I can. But I appreciate every one of my viewers. I really do. I hope one day I get to meet some of y'all. I really do. If things keep going the way they're going, I might be able to. Thank you, Invictus. I try to be. I try to be the way I want to treat people the way I want to be treated. Just like walking up on that game and fish guy. I didn't come up on him. I snuck up on him, like they like to do to us out here. They like to sneak. But I snuck up on him and caught him a little off guard. He sort of jumped. But I'm like, man, you got the most perfect job in the world. He's out here in the middle of BFE nowhere. Well, I hope Cop Cam goes through with what he's talking about too. I want that cop's ass. I want that cop's ass, I'm telling you. So I hope that goes through and goes good. Yeah, he passed the audit. He sure did. Yes, we do. Adjust your focus. We do. But yeah, he was really cool. I walked up to him, told him he had probably one of the best jobs in the world, in my opinion. He's out here in the middle of BFE nowhere, and he gets to mow the little picnic areas and blow off the leaves and stuff out of them. I mean, hell, what better job can you ask for than that, you know? I'd love to do that. I think he's a lucky person. I used to work with as OPS, other personnel service, for game and fish, and I got to do what his job is now. Them guys used to never do that. It was OPS, but they cut out the OPS program down here in Florida. So, which sucks, you know. But yeah, no problem, Cajun. Here you go. I double pump for you, Cajun. Yeah, it is way better than being cooped up in an office for 8 hours. No problem, Cajun. So I'm still, knock on wood. I'm knocking on wood. Real or not? There, that's real wood. Knock on wood. I'm still doing good. I've had now 3 audits, and every one of them were cool people. All caught up, lit up. Yep. But yeah, you got to really look hard to see that deer when we get to that wildlife observation center, because it was way down the road from me. But you can see her. I was like, holy shit, a deer. I couldn't believe it. Because I was talking like I am right now, real loud and everything, you know, and she still came out and let us see her. That was awesome. Most deer don't like that stuff. Yeah, we ain't too far from my boat now, my big boat, the Eagle. And he might come down here blowing, I don't know. I doubt it, I don't see why he would. It's pretty clean down here. But I know he's got to blow the top of it at least. Hold on a second, guys. We actually got a government official doing his job the way he's supposed to do his job. This is fucking awesome. Look. I hope he don't mind me.
Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Actually, I'm filming you doing your job. See? He's doing his job. That's what we like to see our government employees doing. He's an employee. He ain't a government goof up or fuck up. He's doing his job. Actually, I was filming you to show my viewers that we actually have government employees that do their job.
Oh, okay.
So it's much appreciated, bud.
Yeah, I gotta keep it pretty good shape, though.
Yeah, the people around here keep this pretty good. I come up here all the time, and they try to pick up their trash as much as possible. Every once in a while, you see a dumbass do shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, but what'll happen is, like, this next weekend, you'll see someone come out here in a boat.
Washes up too from the river too.
If
you notice all up and down here, there's when the river comes up, it kind of, you know, somebody threw it out somewhere. But it may not be here.
But you'll see though, you'll see a boat or something come up here, and they'll have kids on it. Go over there and get that picked up.
Cool.
You know, I've seen it a lot.
I never see them do that.
Oh, I have. But I come up here a lot. I'm here a lot, almost every weekend on that dock.
Cool.
And it's a great swimming spot. Plus, I like to fish right out there. It's one of the best catfish holes in the whole county right there.
It's deep.
Right.
Deep.
That's
kind of cool, because that's one thing that's kept this thing here. Because it's actually, the old one actually used to go underwater.
Oh, so it was way lower?
We actually raised it about a foot This one hadn't quite gone underwater, but
no, actually,
because of that hole,
actually
eddies. So actually, the water's flowing backwards right here. If you look.
Yeah. To
so
see the bug.
So that protects this. So Mr. Andrews, when they put this thing here, they were really smart. You know, we didn't put it here originally, but somebody was thinking.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't get the flow from the river when it floods. It goes this way.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Now that hurricane, not last year, but the year before. Remember when it came through and it really got high? It was actually about an inch on top of these.
Yeah. Well,
for about 2 days. For 2 days.
Since then, or recently, it's been up about this high.
Oh, has it? Show again?
Well, somewhere around in here.
Oh wow! So that's almost a 5 foot.
It has been that high.
Holy cow! Up to there. Wow. That's almost 10 foot, guys. 10, 15 foot.
The old roof we had, I got a picture of it underwater.
Oh wow! I'd like to see that one day if you ever did.
Old archive pictures that we got, but yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool to see though.
Built the dock. I see some of the old boards I got to replace. We had all this new, and I see I got to come back and fix some of them boards.
Yeah, they come up here sometimes and bang on them a little bit with the boats and things, but they don't have them bumper stops like I got on my boat. I got them little inflatable boats. It's down there.
Oh, way down there.
Yeah, my big one. It's down there, and I just came up here.
It's cool living on the river. I've actually thought about doing that. It's like, you don't have to pay property taxes. All you got to do is buy a boat, registration.
Well,
the bad thing is you can't get to the supermarket unless you get a motorcycle or something, so you can, you know, put it on shore to go to the store.
Or just walk. That's what I do. That's why that's solid, but
a little ways to Walmart from here, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't like Walmart anyway, so that's fine. Okay. I'd rather go to any mom and pop store and pay.
Them close to the river.
Yeah, and I'd rather pay a couple extra dollars to that mom and pop store than that big conglomerate called Walmart. The only thing I buy at Walmart is my phone card for this phone, and that's it. And
how many followers do you have?
I got close to 100 now. I got 99 now.
Wow.
So almost 100.
Do you get money from if you get a certain number of followers?
You can monetize if you. I think if you get 100 followers, you can monetize it, and then they can send you stuff in, or you can go through a PayPal account and let them send you money that way. You know, I don't ask for anything. If someone wants to donate something to me, they can donate to me. I'll never ask for a dang thing. Like I got some friends on here that been in my streams for a long time. One of my followers is saying thank you, sir, for talking to us, and wanted me to make sure I said thank you to you.
Oh, well, cool. Thank you. I don't get. I rarely get a thank you.
Yeah.
So, and I've worked for the state for about 35 years, actually over 35 years, and I probably can count on 2 hands the number of thank yous I've had. So I appreciate it.
Well, there you go, Genty. You just made that man's day. Well,
it's nice when somebody appreciates what you do. It really is.
Well, I know I appreciate it. You know, I love these areas. You know, why do you think I live on the river? And plus, I love to be able to get out in areas like this. I love your walking trails that you have. Because we got to see a deer today. Walking. I was pointing out different edible plants and things like that to my viewers and things like that.
Oh, well, that's cool. A lot of those people can't get out and do what you're doing, so that's kind of cool. They get to share it with you.
Yeah,
it's really neat.
Yeah, they've all been. Another one of my viewers, he says hello from England and thank you.
From England?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I actually had quite a few people from other countries come over here, and we had one guy, I think from Europe, I don't remember exactly where. A lot of people have these lists they fill out, you know, and this guy had a tree list. He was checking off all the trees, and there's several trees here that are kind of cool that you don't see many places, and he came all the way over and he made one of his stops so he could add some trees to his tree list, which is really neat.
One of the trees I saw up in there, I forgot to point out to my viewers, but it's called a Florida holly. you're only going to find that here in Florida. That's why it's named that. It's a Florida holly, and I forgot to point that out to them, but I got to see it.
We even
Back
have,
over
we
that
even have a bunch of people that come in here. They are in a Model T club.
Model T
A
club.
couple times they've come in here, and it's really cool because there'll be a whole line of like 50 Model Ts, and they like coming driving in here because that's what they used to drive on. You know, a long time ago. Back,
Right.
You know, the Model Ts. That's the kind of roads they used to drive on, were the dirt roads.
Right. That'd be cool to see. I hope I get to see that one day.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to video.
Yeah, it was. I've got pictures of that. That's pretty cool.
Yes,
So yeah, that's neat. So do you go up and down the coast and everywhere? I mean, because I've always thought that'd be kind of cool because like you could go up to Steinhatchee and go in, and you could go to wherever, all up and down the coast.
I used to live up in Keaton Beach,
Okay.
and I'm just now recently getting to where I'm videoing stuff I did.
Okay.
I was
you
stupid
could even go
because
down to Marco Island and pull your boat in right down there next to the $5 million houses and
Oh,
live
yeah.
right there. You know, it's
Yeah.
really cool to be able to do that. You know, for somebody that doesn't have $5 or $10 million.
yeah, and I got a 31-foot Chris Craft boat, so that thing it's like living on a camper. I don't have to worry about anything when I get on it, you know, as long as I have my food and stuff, you know.
Okay.
So, and but as far as them $5 million houses, though, that shit don't impress me. This impresses me. That's why I'm
Well,
here.
that's why I say you
Yeah.
get to have the views and the terrain without having to pay so much for it. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a couple of these houses I've seen that were for sale, 500,000, $1 million. So I sit there, I look and I tell everybody I got a $4 million view because I got riverfront property all the way around.
And soon you'll be able to maybe see some sturgeon jump here. This is a really good spot for sturgeon.
Oh, they've been jumping. They've been jumping.
Good spot because of that hole. I
Mhm.
mean, you can see them jump here a lot. It's just hard to be exactly at the right time to see them jump, but they're pretty cool. And they can weigh, over 100 pounds. So they're pretty cool fish.
Down there at the boat, I had one actually hit the side of my boat last night. It woke me up out of a sound sleep.
There was one mounted in the Lighthouse restaurant. I guess it's still there. That actually, the owner of the Lighthouse at the time actually got hit by it. I think he broke his shoulder or collarbone or something. I mean,
damn.
He came in the boat because he was running down the water and it jumped up and landed in the boat with him. So.
There's a lady I was talking to. She runs that county park up there. She had a niece that they were sitting still. They weren't running the boat, but the fish jumped in, and it came around and swung around with its tail and hit her in the ankle and shattered her ankle. And she had to get like pins and plates put in her ankle.
They're big, heavy fish. Big, bony, heavy fish.
Well, they got that dang shell on them too. They look, to me, it looks like they remind me of a fish with a turtle shell.
Yeah, they're prehistoric kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I better get back to work.
All right, you try to have a good day. It was nice talking to you. Me and my viewers appreciate that.
Thank you. Take care.
And we appreciate your hard work. We really do. Don't think it doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate it. And what's your name, by the way?
Jade Roof.
Jade Roof?
Jade Roof.
Jade Roof. Okay. Because I got some friends in the game of fish. I'm gonna put a good word in for you.
Okay.
I'm
sure I'll get a pay raise out of it.
I don't know about that, but see the guy that's a friend of mine. He's an old school game warden. Okay, he used to be an old school game warden. You might know the name. He's your #1 in the whole game of fish. His name's Wiley.
Oh no, he actually left. He went to Ducks Unlimited.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He went to Ducks Unlimited, and he wasn't in law enforcement. He was the head.
When he started out, he did start out in law enforcement. I know because me and my uncle used to throw baby gators at him when he was doing shows way down south.
I never knew he was in law enforcement.
Yep.
Well, I've known him a long time, but he's working for Ducks Unlimited now. So
I didn't know he left.
We actually have a new executive director.
Who's that? Do you know? I probably know him too because I knew the 1, 2, and 3.
Came over from. Now you don't need to record this because I don't even remember who he is.
Okay, okay, that's right, that's right, that's right. I had the speakers covered. No, it's all good, it's all good.
I lose track. Everybody comes and goes so much. I've been here so long that.
But I could,
But Nick, I knew real well. So.
Nick was a good guy. Did you know an old boy that used to work for you? His name was Randy King.
Mm-hmm.
That's my uncle.
Okay. Yeah, he worked up there in Perry
yeah.
for a while.
Yeah. And that's who I was talking about. Me and him used to throw baby gators at him when he used to do his gator show down south and show off baby gators. So this is what a Florida gator looks like. So and I remember him digging pit latrines with us and things like that. And then I left for a while and I come back and then I hear he was the #1 in game and fish. But I still know a couple of colonels, so don't worry. I can still put your name in.
It don't matter. It really don't. I appreciate the guy saying thank you more than that, because the rest of it don't mean nothing no more.
Well, that's a damn shame, because I always think, if you get a compliment and you got people talking good about you,
well, I do it for the customer. You're a customer.
Well, I tell you,
the higher ups, they're just there to shuffle the paper.
Yeah, but
I do it for the resource and I do it for the customers, and that's all I do it for. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it for 35 years.
Well, we appreciate you. I'm telling you that now. The people may not say it, but I know the people appreciate it, because they wouldn't have a nice place to come enjoy if you didn't do what you do.
Thank you.
So,
take care.
You have a good day, bud. Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry about that, Boom. I set you down, and I meant to switch you around to where you were looking at me. I apologize, guys, but you got to hear what we were talking about, at least. That's a cool game of fish guy right there, guys. And as you got to see one of our government employees actually does his job, and he's doing it for us, So, yeah, an A++++. I agree. He real good guy. He gave us a little history lesson about how high the river's gone and everything. I mean, he didn't have to do none of that. Anybody got a problem with that one? Then I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. I don't know, Invictus. He works for the Game and Fish, and he could have been the prick. He could have ID'd me. He could have checked my boat. He could have done anything, And what he do? He sat there and he talked to us, and he was a normal person. So I've been a very lucky person on what I found so far, guys. I don't know what it is. I track the good ones, I guess. I don't know. Because so far every one of my audits have been great, and I appreciate that. Yeah, me too. Adjust your focus. I mean, he could have checked my little boat. He could have gone down there and asked me to check my big boat, and everything else, But he was just like a normal person, like me and you talking. It blew my mind. So. But he could have, but he's been, yeah, it was a very awesome encounter. Yeah, very much so, Boomer. It's a found a unicorn today, because it just don't happen normally. That's at the second encounter with that guy today. when I first encountered him, I walked up on him and snuck up on him and scared him at first, and he didn't go stupid. So, well, I've been out here on this river for almost 2 years. I don't hide myself. I don't hide myself at all. I don't worry about nothing or anything. I ain't breaking the law. Now now they could have a problem with me if they want to be pricks and all, you know. But that's it. Yep, there went one of them sturgeons jumping he was talking about. I just heard it splash. Oh, wow. Been on here for almost 2.5 hours, guys. Wow. Wow. There went another one of them sturgeons. One of these days, I'm going to try to sit there and just get a camera to where I can just set up my phone. And I'm going to set up my phone to where it'll just record. I'm going to just do a recording of the river and try to catch some sturgeons up, and so you can see what he was talking about. Some of these fish that jump out of this water are as much as 10 foot long, and weigh almost 200-300 pounds. That he's talking about. So I think yeah, 10 foot. Yes, yes. It's not uncommon to see a 6-footer at all. They're hard to catch on a line and rod, though. You got to have. They will not eat dead bait. Yeah, fish. Yes. But they will not. These fish will not eat any dead bait at all. They only eat live, and to catch the bigger ones, you got to get a brim and just throw it out in the deepest hole you can find, and just sit and wait for one to come by and bite it. That's all you can do if you want to catch a rod and reel. So they're pretty hard to catch. Yeah, low signal, it's low ground for me. I'm going to have to get off here. Also, my battery's almost dead, guys. It's showing low battery right now. So I'm going to have to get off of here. I enjoyed my day with y'all. I hope you enjoyed. Well, Steve, I'm about to have to go, buddy. My battery's starting to go low. Hey, Steve, when you get a chance, take a look at the end of this. I had a great interaction with a Game and Fish guy. He was really good. Anytime, guys. I thank you all for coming. Yeah, y'all be safe too. But yeah, take a look at this, Steve. You'll be surprised. There's a Game and Fish guy that actually is doing his job and working hard for us, and a government employee working hard for us and doing his job and being an actual human being on top of it. So, go take a look at the end of this. It was freaking awesome. When it gets posted up there. I was really surprised, and he was truly, you know, a couple of you guys said thank you to him. He was truly thankful that you thanked him. He don't get to hear that often. He said he's been working for 35 years, and he thinks he can count on one hand all the thank yous he's got, including the 2 thank yous from the stream and me, you know, that he got. So that's saying a lot, you know. So so he was even truly thankful for that. I mean, that guy was what'd you call him, a unicorn, Boomer? You called him a unicorn. Yeah, that was to respect. You all have a great day. I'm out of here. I'm gonna have to get off here because my battery's about dead to the point it's gonna cut me out anyway. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great day. If something happens, I still got about 40% on my other battery. If something happens, I can probably jump on stream again when I go walking into town today. So, yeah, have a good one, guys. Bye.